go. Okay.
Okay.
My thing connected, plugged in all the way. The other one.
There we go.
There it is.
Are we all here? Hello.
Hi. Just trying to find. Wait, no, I just need to find which one we're looking at. Not that one. Did you find it?
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Let's try it again. Channel. Hi. There it is.
All right.
Hi, Marco.
All right. Hi, Marco.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, it's a little chilly here.
Karen.
Okay. Let's wait and see who shows up. Hi, Marco.
Hi.
If not, we'll just do a review of episodes 1 and 2.
Oh, yes.
What do you need? Blanket. Oh, yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah.
He's so far away. Pretty close.
All right.
Hi.
Ooh, we got 6 back.
Oh, Nora, how you doing?
Hi.
How'd your rewatch go? Right?
Oh,
It
my
was
goodness.
so different watching it, knowing where we were headed, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Really, really enjoyed it. Jonathan, heck yeah, not late this time. Heck no. Other guy did it. Hi, guys.
Hi.
So, rewatched episodes 1 and 2.
Yes.
It was interesting, right? Like coming at it knowing how it's going to end. It was really fascinating. You love it, right, Nora? Oh, so good. Nora, have you finished it? Because we're probably going to spoil you on that.
Yeah.
At least the first 2 episodes.
Well, we may bring up something that happens
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have no filter.
Right? So I apologize in advance.
Yes.
We'll do our best not to spoil, but it was really interesting watching it, having already seen the ending and kind
That's
of
right.
just analyzing the first 2 episodes.
Yes.
Um,
All right.
yeah. So let's get
So.
started. All right. So, okay. That opening, not the opening scene where we kind of got a little backstory about
Right.
how it all started.
Right.
But that opening zombie horde attack
Right. It went on for
stressed
15
me
minutes.
out so bad, right?
It was
it
kind of
just me?
relentless.
It was relentless. It was crazy.
I know you're not supposed to touch your face, but something's bugging me.
Right? Exactly.
Yes, it was relentless. It was anxiety inducing.
So much. It was so long.
And
it was
maybe it's
just-
the world we're living in right
Yeah.
now with the coronavirus. We're all, or at least some of us, are a little on edge. So
pit jump was awesome, though. I was like, what is he going to do? And then he, like almost matrixed it over that pit. That was so cool, right? I know. I loved it.
I know zombies are really dumb, right? Running. Actually, that's what I was wondering. How did they shoot this? Because
Yeah.
I mean, is this all special effects, like running right into the?
That's what I've been trying
what
to
do you call
figure
the
out.
spears?
The spears? Yeah. I don't know. It's really interesting. I wonder if they did CGI after the fact to add them, and
Yeah.
maybe they're just bars, like soft bars that they can just run right into.
Right.
And then they CGI'd all that.
Because when they fell into the pit,
Yeah.
that was all lined with stakes, also.
Exactly. So it was really fast. And my favorite shot that they keep using over and over again, but I think it's an amazing way to show things, is that overhead shot that they keep using. Oh my God, I love that. When they see the zombie horde on one side, and it's relentless, that zombie horde. It is relentless.
They're so fast.
Right? Okay. So they're super fast. But here's the thing that I thought, now knowing where we ended up, was heartbreaking and so touching and heartbreaking and awful. Like when Moo Young and Yi Chang finally was like, dude, I know. And you're just like,
Oh,
like that was such a great scene, right?
Yeah, because they have such history together.
They do.
Oh, but it was a betrayal.
So, but the flip side is, what was Moo Young supposed to do? They basically had his wife held hostage. His wife and unborn baby held hostage,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I mean, the prince is not
too much.
ignorant. He knows
Right.
how these things work.
But then my next question is, if you already know that Moo Young is giving all your tactical information to Lord Cho, why do you have him be your point person for the invasion of the gate?
Yeah.
Like, I wrote that down. I'm like, if you already know this, like, I was just a little, not confused, but I was confused. Like, I just feel like that's a tactical error.
Right. Wouldn't you give him false information so that you don't all get caught? Because there's only like,
There's only, like,
8 of you.
8 of you.
Or less.
But we will say that this is the start of the June's slow-mo badass strides
Oh.
through the show. It's so good. I love it so much.
It's very commanding.
He really is. And when he
Yeah.
had that whole Black Warrior
Oh,
thing
yeah.
going on, like, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, so did we lose everybody? Like, what's happening?
Oh.
Is anyone there?
Everything's
Does anybody have thoughts? Everything seems to be going.
I'm
Okay.
responding.
I know you are.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Jonathan, it was CGI for sure. Jonathan, thank you so much. Like, it had to be, right? Like, it just had to be.
Because it was so good.
It was so good. And
Yeah.
it was just, and they just all run straight into stuff.
That's right. Yeah.
It's like blindly running into shit. It was crazy, right?
Oh my lord.
He knew it. He knewish, but he was hoping it wasn't true. Yeah, I mean, I get that, but if you're also planning a secret mission, Marco, like maybe the guy you kind of don't want to be the traitor, you don't let him in on all of the shenanigans.
He didn't have concrete evidence.
I think he
Right.
had. I think he had a substantial amount of evidence.
Yeah. Maybe.
Really?
No.
I don't
What
know.
evidence did he have besides?
Well, that every time they go somewhere, it seems that everyone knows they're showing up. I feel like that is a pertinent piece of.
Yoshin was also a part of that.
I don't know. I just feel like if you are gonna, if you're actually gonna do an invasion to assassinate someone, you don't maybe the one person you're kind of sketchy on trust, you kind of put him off to the side and maybe don't give him the full plan. I'm just saying. I'm just tossing that out. That's all.
Maybe, and the thing is, these episodes were about 45 minutes, so they
Right.
could have probably built in, or maybe they shot one and it didn't work.
Right.
They built in another scene. I wouldn't have been surprised if there was more of a question of whether it was Youngshin or
Right.
if it was Mu Young.
Right.
So, but they
I-
didn't.
Yeah, they didn't. And Yoshin also, he was like one of those characters that, hey, Kiki Boju fan. Nice to see you.
Hey.
Yay. We're just kind of getting into it.
Yep.
I also was a little confused because he was on the boat and
Yeah.
he was like rowing away.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he showed up in the alley. And I had to like rewatch that a few times to understand the timing on that. So I do feel like there's a like substantial amount of scenes that have on the cutting room floor
Yeah, I
that
think
kind
you're
of
right.
tie some stuff together. And I don't know if that was to keep it all just moving at that fast, like terrifying pace. Maybe those kind of scenes just slowed things down. I
Possibly,
don't know.
yeah.
It's interesting.
I don't know.
You're here listening. Nothing would change. It's not like he had an army. It's true. This is true. He did not have an army. But I feel like if you give your little mini unit away, their position away, it's just bad. It's bad planning.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying.
And
Jonathan.
John, I'm sad we didn't get more of Youngshin's tragic backstory. Right. It must have been there, and
had to
they
have been.
cut it out.
It just must have been a pacing issue when they came to editing that they had nowhere to put it. That's all I
Yeah.
can think of.
Yeah.
Right?
I think we're guessing.
We're guessing.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what I'm feeling. Because those episodes were super short.
Because he's in all of those swoony
All of 'em.
videos.
Yeah.
So Youngshin, the actor is Kim Sung-gyu. So it seems like he was meant to have a more of a major role. Yeah.
Unless they're already propping him up for season 3.
Right.
Because he's definitely going to be key for season 3.
Yeah.
Here was my other, like...
Season 3.
Yay! Let's do it, season 3! Jonathan, yes. Here's the other thing I'm asking. Like, we've already... Like, we all know that we love Bayduna. Like, Bayduna and Selby were, like, my favorite, too. But I
Yeah.
feel like episode 2, she got... Rewatching it, like, she got even more sidelined than I thought.
Yeah, she really did.
And she's the smartest one in the group. Like, let's
Yes.
not kid ourselves. Like, she is on it.
I know, and I guess they just really made it more about the prince's story.
Right.
Because, and that's too bad.
Yeah.
Because she is the smartest one. She's the one that you're looking, because science,
Science.
they're looking towards her for the cure.
Apropos of nothing. Science.
So it is surprising that she was sidelined so much.
Yeah.
And that she's paired with, God love him, but he's a clown.
He is. And he's so good at that.
Yes.
And I do love him.
But that doesn't really drive the story
No.
forward, so.
And I know she kind of, and I feel like it's kind of a pacing issue. Is it because we need her there at the palace for all the machinations that happen once we get to the palace? Like, she needs to
Yeah.
be in that crew that goes to Hanyang, and so she has to be there. To be there.
Right.
So I'm wondering if that's part of it.
Huh.
I don't know. So I'm a little, again, I love it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I could watch Yi Chang striding through the moors of Korea all day long in whatever outfit you want to put him in, black, white, bloody, whatever. Like
Swinging a sword.
I do. I think he's so compelling to watch, and the story is so good. Like I'm loving it. But I just, on the rewatch, it's been really interesting to kind of be like, oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
And I love the relationship he has with Lord An, and I feel like we lost him so quickly that I wanted to see that explored a little bit more.
Right.
But again, can we just talk about his Lord An's flowing zombie hair?
The end of episode 2.
The end of episode 2 was
yes, to watch
so
that a
good.
second time, to actually like watch it instead of watching it, like this.
Yeah.
It was the details came out.
Oh yeah, they did. Nora, thank you so much. I love that you're watching us, even though we're gonna spoil you. But it's all well worth it. It's all well worth it. Season 1 is amazing. Season 2 is even more amazing because we get fuller pieces of that whole zombie horde. But thanks for watching. Yeah, the ending of episode 2. I didn't catch this the first time because I wasn't looking to catch it. But did you guys all notice the worms that were going on his face? Did you notice that at the end of Lord An's face after he ripped the cheek off of Minister Cho? Oh my God.
Yeah.
You did not watch it season 1. Oh, you didn't watch season 1.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's all right. You're
Did you watch our recap?
Yeah, did you watch our recap?
10-minute recap.
10-minute recap. Got you all up to speed.
Yes.
That's fantastic. The flag will bite you, right? Flag will bite you. I want to know how he ended up with the flag in his shoulder blade, but it was so amazing watching that flag like jerk across, and then all of a sudden he came around the corner.
Oh my
It
God.
was so well shot. Like,
You're right.
I was just loving it.
You're right, Jonathan. It was funny and super cool at the same time.
Right?
It was
It was
such a surprise and such a badass move.
such a badass move. And then with the hair, and the
eyes.
and the bullets, and the getting shot, and then he comes through the smoke as it clears. Like, it was amazing. And then he just rips his cheek off. Now that was an ending. Like, that was an ending of an episode, right? Like, holy shit. Like, we wouldn't have been able to roll right into 3.
I know. This whole series with the cliffhangers, it's a love-hate getting all 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Because it was a lot.
It was.
And I watched the first one, and then I watched the other 5 all in one sitting, and it was so exciting.
Yeah.
But it's been cool to rewatch it, to slow it down and really take a look at it. So we're glad you're all here with us
so much,
to rewatch.
It is. It's so much fun to rewatch it and kind of go over it. Like, now we can dig into all the little details.
Yeah.
So what about you guys? Like, how none of the archers killed him is a mystery. Absolute mystery.
Joycelyn, hi.
Like, oh, Joycelyn, how you doing? Hello. Yeah. Are they the worst archers ever? Like, they literally were yelling at them to shoot for the head, and every single one of them missed. Every single one of them. I've noticed that in almost every show, whether it be a Western, like Western television, or nobody's a good shot when you need them to be.
I know.
Only when
Except
your hero,
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, only when your hero is shooting are they a good shot.
That's right.
That's amazing. Oh God.
Oh my goodness.
So, all right. So, what were some of your favorite things, you guys? Like out of those first 2 episodes? Like, I have to say, my favorite thing was like that ending and all the obviously the Ju Ji-hoon striding through tight alleyways.
I love that we got so much, in so few scenes, we got so much story and understanding about Prince Chang's relationship with his father. Did you notice where that scene took place, where his father talked to him when he was a little boy? It's the same gazebo and lake that comes up later.
Oh, yes. And is that the same gazebo that Lord Cho or Minister Cho talks to the daughter, where he was dumping the bodies? Is that the same?
It was a different angle. It's possibly the same. I don't think it was, but it would make more sense if it was. Yeah,
like that gazebo's got some. If walls could talk,
the bodies in that lake.
Gazebo, right? And then at the end, we don't want to spoil, but when they did finally drag all those bodies out, that was a substantial amount of bodies that you dragged out of that lake for sure. Marco, I don't think anyone really heard to hit him on the head. Only the bad guy shouted. Oh yeah, but still, they made a point to say it. So I'm like, there's still terrible shots. Terrible. Yeah, backstory. Yeah. I didn't realize it was the same gazebo. Exactly.
I know.
This is why this rewatch is so juicy. There's so many like little pieces that we didn't get the first time around. It is the same. Also, the sword sacrifice to seal the chain gate up there for sure is a. Yes. Oh. Here's a question: why did he not turn into a zombie?
Because Youngshin killed him.
But don't you turn into a zombie after you die?
Not if
Is it?
I think it
Right,
has-
but the head wasn't destroyed. He just got cut in the throat.
He stabbed him like.
he stabbed him. Yeah.
Is that it? So
And, yeah. And I think there's a timing thing. Like, didn't
Okay.
they explain it later?
They did, but
at
I
one
was-
point.
I
I
was-
think it's.
I was a little hazy.
Yeah.
I was a little hazy. I mean, I
if
was
you
glad
got
he
it,
didn't
if you
zombie.
got it,
Yeah.
let us know. I
Yeah.
think it has something to do with. Oh, that's what the very, very, very first scene of episode 1 was about. Like, when the doctor was telling Lord Cho about timing death, when they can turn into a zombie, when they can't.
Right. Either way, it was a beautiful scene.
It was.
And I
The
loved
sacrifice.
it. And it was so, and the way he like wrapped the chains around him and he like, oh, it was so.
Right.
I mentioned this earlier in a comment, but when he said sorry, do you think he was
That's
apologizing?
a really good
or-
question, Marco. I wondered that this time too. Did he say sorry to Yoshin because he was sorry for turning his family into zombies?
But they obviously knew who he was.
I think
Obviously,
so, yeah. I
And
think
but
so.
again, I feel like we lost some of that juicy backstory.
I think you guys are right. There's more to Youngshin's story that we didn't get to see.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, that's right. They can't bring the dead back. So if he was dead, he can't turn into a zombie. Is that? I just feel like I mean.
Yeah, I mean, he was bit before he.
Yeah. I feel like while there are very set rules for zombieism here, I feel like they're a little fluid.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like they're fluid for when we need them to work for us.
But then it was really beautiful when they returned
Oh,
back through that gate and
right.
gave him the, an honorable.
They really did. It was so
buried,
beautiful.
It
was.
Yeah.
Fluid zombie rules. Thank you, Joyce. Yes.
Oh no.
Fluid
New
zombie
hashtag.
rules. Hashtag fluid zombie rules. It's kind of like when there's a time travel show. There's always like this weird there's a time travel rules. They just make no. They're always fluid. Like each show has their own set of time travel rules. That's how I feel it is with zombies, right?
Oh my goodness.
So I thought that death was amazing, and I have to say right before we got to that very poignant moment where we came back and gave him an honorable burial, like when that drum beat kicked in with them striding through that thing, I was like, oh hell yeah, show. Hell yeah. And it sadly came to an abrupt end
I know,
but
but it was
that.
like,
But it was just it was so
There were some really kind of
just so
filmic
Oh,
moments. that
so
were just,
amazing.
Like,
It was so great. I loved it so much. Okay, so let's see what else. Let's see. I gotta look at my notes. I have so many notes this time.
Squishy parts.
Squishy part. Ooh,
Ah.
so many squishy parts.
Yeah, and if are you watching with English subtitles? There's a lot of infected munching and things like that.
Oh, I have to turn off the closed captioning. I have to literally just go to just strict translation. Because the closed captioning throws me off. Because I read all of that and I'm like, what? And I try to figure out what it is. Yeah. I'm like, it's like squishy this or loud rumbling. Like, what? What is happening? What's coming? Yeah.
But are you guys using subtitles or are you using is there a translation voiceover? Is there a version?
I think there might be,
there
but
probably
I use.
is.
Yeah, I just use translations.
Yeah, me too.
I just don't use
or I
closed
use the
caption.
captioning.
I don't lose.
But I'm just curious how you guys are watching.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that everyone's watching in English also. But
And
maybe
is
you're
anyone
not.
watching in Korean that could give us a little bit more insight on a few things? Because I feel like we're missing some subtleties in interactions with
Oh, I'm
people.
sure. Yeah.
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 So let us know.
Yeah.
Translation for me, is it dubbed? I think it is dubbed. I think it is. Can you even imagine how weird that would be? Like dubbed? I don't know. I'm just so used to watching it with translations that
I know. And
dubbing
also-
you would just lose all their voices.
Exactly. We know Jujiun's voice
Yes.
and Beiduna's voice
Right?
in particular. She has such a
a-
great quality to her
Yes.
voice. So
And then when Minister Cho comes out with the severed head and does that deep guttural kind of like you're just like, oh, you can't lose that. Come on, it's amazing. You can't lose that. I love it.
oh my God, yeah, the head in the bag.
My favorite was when he came in after when he came in after the king was beheaded and he was he was so fake. I was like, Chono, and then kind of looks at Yi
Yeah.
Chang like, ha, gotcha. Head. I was like, that was amazing. That was so fantastic. Like and then he's crying. Oh, it's so good. I loved it so much. And then can we just talk about how adorable little Yi Chang is?
Little Yi Chang.
Little Yi Chang
Oh,
is
that poor boy.
the cutest little button of a kid with that hat that's still, they haven't quite found a hat that fits him, and so just barely, it's so great. He watches subs. Oh, yeah. He's all right.
He's all right.
He's adorable. He's a
Oh,
nugget.
it's
He's
like
just
the
such a-
worst. It's the worst to be born as a prince in the
Right?
Joseon era. Like your chances of
God.
living are like
Survival
slim to
are
none.
slim.
Yeah,
They are
everyone
low.
is out for you. And then you grow up and there's zombies.
Yeah.
Which is a metaphor.
Right? Exactly. Bloodlines. And I actually did read an article with the writer, and she was like, I wanted to talk not only about blood, but
Yeah.
bloodlines and like the whole thing. And so I really do feel like season 3 is going to be more about bloodlines and how that works because of what happens at the end of this season. So I'm really intrigued by that. Can we now talk? Because I am suddenly obsessed with shamanism.
Oh.
Right? Because we are watching The Cursed, and the shamans in that are like spectacular.
Yes.
So the shaman, when the queen was doing her ritual, I noted this when I first watched it, and then I noted it again this time, and I didn't. And then I realized she's sitting in a nest,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And then if you notice in the birthing chamber, the queen is sitting in the same nest. Now, is that just a production design like piece of like zhuzh that they wanted to add, or is that like a traditional birthing thing? Does anybody know the answer to that? Because I am fascinated by that. Anyone?
I don't know. We're going to have
Right?
to Google that.
Because it was like, I looked at it because I'm like, the queen is just sitting there with like crazy just happening, like crazy, just she's just poised and ready to do like some crazy shit. And she's sitting, and I'm like, oh my God, it's the same thing. She's sitting in the exact same nest.
So, oh my gosh. Yeah. So we will Google Joseon era royal childbirth.
Birthing chambers is what I'm trying
Oh
to
my
say.
gosh.
Like it was. And like the hobbit hole around it, like I was just like, I kind of just want this room. Like I don't want to give birth, but I kind of just want this room. It's kind of amazing.
nest, right?
I think this. I'll sleep in a nest. Like that looks comfy. Like probably got like some comfortable pillows. I mean, I would maybe even use the birthing things because you can use it to get up
Get
when
up
you're
in the
doing your
morning.
morning. You can do some stretching. Like it looks like a
yeah,
very.
it's kind of a Pilates.
It is,
It's
it's
kind of an
kind
odd reformer thing
right?
happening.
Like I was kind of like, I think I need one of these in my life for sure.
Yes. Netflix. We have questions for you,
come on.
Netflix.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Jonathan, I feel like a common theme throughout the show is the question of who are the real monsters. Exactly. The zombies or the humans.
Yes.
Agreed wholeheartedly. And I feel like, especially with I Chang, like being like, I'm going to kill him because of how he starved the people and then turned
Yes.
them into these monsters. I think that was kind of like I Chang announcing to us what the theme
Yes.
of this season was going to be
Yes.
about.
It was
right?
like finger button. Like
Yeah.
this was it.
And
Yeah.
I do. I find it's really interesting because I do, and I find that to be kind of a theme in many Joseon era dramas about the bloodline and taking care of people who are not related to you
Yes.
and that kind of thing. And I feel like this one is really coming to the forefront,
Right.
Especially once you find out about the baby. Which we're getting to in episodes 3 and 4.
The baby.
The baby. Oh my God, the baby. Right?
Oh my
It's
goodness.
so sad.
Ugh.
It's so tragic. Oh my God, you guys, this was so much fun. So we're going to do it again on Thursday.
Yep.
Because, sadly, what else are we doing?
That's right.
We're on LA lockdown day number 2. And we're going to talk 3 and 4.
That's right.
So, yeah. So any kind of like final thoughts or comments or anything that you guys want, like what should we all be paying attention to that maybe you picked up that we didn't? Like I would love to hear that to keep an eye out for something in 3 and 4.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Marco. The class distinction is who's zombie. And I
Yeah.
I did appreciate that. Like once again you get deeper into the series, like it didn't matter. And it doesn't matter now, but really once it got to the palace, like zombieism is
Yeah.
across all classes.
Exactly.
Like, it
There's
was-
no highborn. There's no lowborn.
It's
They're
just
all turned the
bloodlust.
same
Yeah,
way.
it was
yeah.
crazy.
They're all starving. It's all
LA lockdown tomorrow, almost lockdown in Belgium. Oh man, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting
Yeah.
weird.
We're not
right?
technically on a lockdown.
Not
They've
yet.
closed the restaurants.
Yeah. They just keep using LA hashtag LA lockdown.
Oh, do they? Oh no.
But yeah, it's
We may be sheltering in place within the next
Yeah.
few days. So but we will still come
Thank
to you.
Of course.
Yes.
We even have like remote ways that we can all be sitting in our own places to still have these conversations. So we're very excited. We don't know how long this is going to last. So we're going to try and figure out ways to bring that K-drama, the conversation here. So let us know what you guys want to talk about. Right now, Kingdom is really all we want to talk about.
It is the escape that we need.
really is,
so
right?
we're so glad you could join
thank
us.
you, Music the Jungler. God bless America from Korea. You guys handled it so much better than we did. Could you maybe send your people here to help out our people? That'd be great. Good Lord. Zombie romance. Zombie romance? What?
Oh, Marco.
Someone said maybe romance in season 3.
Oh, maybe. Did you guys see? Just, if we're gonna go romance, did you guys see the clip that Swoon put out where they're all playing Jenga?
No, not yet.
And Ju Ji-hoon does Bae Doon is doing something, and Ju Ji-hoon reaches off and moves her hair back for her, and I was like, oh, how dare you? How dare you keep that from us for 2 seasons, Netflix? So I'm all for that. Absolutely, I'm all for that.
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah. Marco, my weapon of choice, napalm.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a good one. It's solid. It's it's a. Are you a Scorpio? The other guy did it. That is a scorched earth policy weapon for sure.
Ooh.
I just would like to be able to wield. I would like to be able to wield a sword really well.
Fire works well.
Fire does work well.
Yeah.
I would like to be able. I think there's something about the precision of a sword being really good with that that I'm into. Jonathan.
Yeah.
If you've read Ulrich Beck, those are the theories of risks of affecting everyone without consideration as class at the heart of this view and risk. Right. Yeah, exactly. And we're kind of living that right now. Like, stay home, people.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no need to go out into large public spaces. There's only 3 of us here, so we're still doing social distancing for sure.
All right.
Okay.
The other guy did it. It's a Virgo.
Oh, you're one of my people. Yes, I love me some Virgos for sure. Did you know another guy did it that Kim Hae-soo is also a Virgo? She's also one of ours. She's Team Virgo. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
All right, you guys. So Thursday, same time, same place. Episodes 3 and 4.
That's right. Enjoy your rewatch.
Yes.
And we will see you on Thursday.